What's going on, everyone? Welcome back. Today, I'm going to be showcasing a Shadow Charizard team in the Go Battle League. This Pokemon is about as squishy as it gets when it comes to PvP, but because it has Blast Burn, one of the strongest moves in the game, combined with the Shadow bonus, combined with basically everything about Charizard, you have so much raw damage. If your opponent ever no-shields a Blast Burn, it's a one-hit KO against almost anything in the game. It's a lot of fun to use, but since it is such a squishy Pokemon, that is why we're going to pair it up with Unova and Stunfisk, one of the bulkiest in the game, as well as Malamar as a way to get some shields down. Now, real quick, before we get into the battles, I want to ask if you're not currently subscribed to the channel, please consider doing so. Helps out quite a bit, and I'd really appreciate it. But let's get into the battles and see what this team can do. Alright, first opponent of the day. We'll see Ufisk in the lead up against Feraligatr. Pretty neutral lead matchup. And when I see Feraligatr, I mean, nowadays, I see Tinkaton Gator as a super common core. I wouldn't be surprised if that were the case. Either way, though, it is nice to get rid of a water type before my Charizard has to see it, right? So, we'll see how they play this out. Hydro is super effective against us, but, I mean, we are a pretty bulky Pokemon. I should be able to survive this, and I can even outpace to the next Discharge before they get their Hydro Cannon off, which means we do win the Zero Shield matchup, but it also means they might try to go for a catch at some point and make my life a little bit scared. They actually just shield, so almost certainly they're going to go for a catch. I wish I could, like, watch for the catch to happen, but I'm not good enough for that. Looks like they do end up throwing here, actually. I should have just gone for the Discharge, I guess, because if I did go for the Discharge, then I would have got the move off right before the Hydro Cannon, but it's always so hard to tell nowadays if catches are happening or not. We see a low kick Annihilate come in. I could have come in with my Shadow Charizard, but honestly, I don't hate this either, where I can either get a shield with my Malamar, or potentially, I could just knock them out, depending on what they do. They do close combat, that's fine. Honestly, I'm going to let them knock us out here. You might think this is a really bad play. Because, like, why would I let my Malamar go down when, you know, it has all that energy? I just don't want to be in a spot, though, where I get reverse farmed down, where I can just get an energy lead now on my Charizard instead. Remember, the Feraligatr has been chipped down quite a bit, or at least into range where an Air Cutter should be about enough damage to knock him out. And I have a lot of energy as well on my Ufisk. So as long as we KO this Gator, then potentially my Charizard here can sweep with this energy lead in the backline. They're at 6, so they're overfarming past the potential move here. They probably throw now just to avoid a combo play, potentially. And yeah, that's what we see. So they're at 1. I do have to throw energy to knock them out, but I do have shields down with a Shadow Charizard, which I think is generally a pretty good thing. Oh, nice catch. But it is the Pokemon that we were thinking it would be in the backline. And because of that, we're just going to win. We have a Discharge. We're going to get to a Blast Burn. There's nothing they can do. Even if they get to a Bulldoze, I mean, Shadow Charizard might be squishy, right? But it's not that squishy. We're just going to be able to get the Blast Burn anyway. One shot the Tinkaton, which is going to be remarkably satisfying. Then we can switch out, go for the Discharge, and get the win. Goodbye, Tinkaton. That right there is why I think, honestly, Charizard could have some play. It's a pretty hard wall to Tinkaton. And Discharge should take out the Feraligatr. Getting us a pretty easy win here. Let's go. Nice. Interesting game. Interesting game. Next game. We'll see Ufisk up against Shadow Flame. Okay, wait, this is actually amazing. I have basically 3 Pokemon that are either good or neutral against this Pokemon, so I'm pretty happy to see this here. And they're actually staying in, which is crazy to me, because Ufisk is actually so strong in this matchup. Another Shadow Annihilate. Well, actually, the last one we saw was a regular Annihilate, right? I mean, I don't really need Switch here. I'm going to let this go. They actually do close combat. I was kind of not expecting them to actually have close combat there, if I'm being honest. But it's fine. I thought that Shadow Ape would have a chance to be on Ice Punch, but no. Anyway, we're still in a really good spot. I don't really need Switch, not as much as they do, at least. So we will bring back a Ufisk here. And I believe that is only a Rage Fist. We can no-shield this, we can farm down. Or potentially, like, we can just get a lot of energy on Zard, too. Let's see. Can I switch out? No, but I have so much energy here. I wouldn't be surprised with, like, a Ufisk in the backline. And if that's the case... Oh, it's not even Ufisk? Wait, this is just so over for them. It's not even funny. They're just so into electric-type damage. Okay. Yeah, well, this game has been over for a while now. They have back-to-back Discharge. I mean, if they shield this, then we just commit to the Shadow Charizard sweep. And if they no-shield, then Ufisk honestly might just close out the game without even needing our Charizard. Yeah, down goes the Gator. We go 2 and throw, and we survive the next Incinerate too, so we don't even need our Shadowzard this game. That's insane. That is diabolical. I mean, we just keep letting our Malamar get close combated, but I guess that's just the play. It doesn't seem to be costing us too much. We're setting up the shield advantage, and that's all we need. So Discharge should knock out the Talonflame. And Ufisk here, I guess, getting the sweep. Oh, it survives. Whatever. We'll Thundershock it down now. Nice. Why is that like 2 games in a row of like literally just letting my Malamar get close combated and it doesn't do anything? I don't understand this, but I mean, I'll take it. All right, next opponent. We'll see Ufisk up against a Fortress. Okay, it is on Shadow Fortress, so potentially it's on Bug Bite. I think that's the more common play. Yeah, we do see Bug Bite here, but honestly, I'm kind of fine with this matchup. My Charizard is actually pretty good here, right? But my Malamar is so bad against this Pokemon, so I do want this thing gone if I can. Mud Bomb is going to be able to do a little bit more raw damage than a Discharge, although Discharge does have slightly better pacing for Ufisk, so it's not exactly like, you know, a straightforward matchup sometimes. We'll just go straight Mud Bomb here, though. They're going to go for a Sand Tomb. It's going to hurt, but I don't think we're in Bug Bite downrange just yet. Actually, we might have to go for Discharge here to try to get the next move off, because it looks like the Bug Bites do actually increase in damage after that first Sand Tomb. Hopefully I can reach the next move. If I can't, then this game is going to be a little bit scary, just because Fortress has a lot of energy. Oh, yikes. Okay. I don't love that necessarily, but I mean, I should be able to farm down with my Shadowzard anyway. They likely go for a Rock Tomb here, right? Because I don't feel like they'd want to let me have my attack stat. Yeah, so they do debuff me. And in comes a Licky Licky here. Interesting they swap this out. I wonder if that means there's something in the backline that is really good against Charizard, or if they really just don't want to give me that farm down. I could see it being either way. They're at 5 right now. So they only Body Slam. Interesting. I mean, I survive a Shadow Ball from here. But it is gonna hurt quite a bit, honestly. I'll let it go, though. Oh my goodness, they have Earthquake? You are joking me. Well, we probably just lose then. That is remarkably bad. I was not expecting the Earthquake. And I guess that's why they Body Slammed. Oh man, I'm getting destroyed this match here. They do let that go. Is it Carbink in the back, or is it playable? Oh, it's Galarian Moltres. Yeah, I mean, I think that would have been actually pretty playable there if I would have knocked out the Licky Licky, or at least landed one superpower. I guess I gotta keep in mind, some people are crazy and they don't run standard movesets. Alright, next opponent. I guess we gotta keep in mind Earthquake Licky Licky might be a thing in future games. Okay, but at least we're back to like more comfortable leads here. We have access to our electric type damage, and the best thing about this too is we outpace, as I was talking about earlier on. So the big question is, do they invest shields early or not? I would love it if they do invest shields, because then my Charizard is in such a good spot. But if they let it go as well, it's fine to chip down the water type so my Zard doesn't have to do quite as much to him. Let's see what they do, though. I feel like they likely will let this one go, saying Discharge is not the strongest move in the game. Our opponent actually shields. Okay. Again, I'm going to expect them to catch, but I mean, I guess we'll see. Yeah, this time they actually do go for the catch. Okay, well, let's see if I make the calls right this time. The Licky Licky safe swap. 5. Well, we know what this could be. It's probably not an Earthquake, though, right? Like, who actually runs Earthquake? Who actually runs Earthquake? Not this guy. They're on Shadow Ball. So they're at 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to Superpower here. I want to guarantee the damage. I'm a little bit nervous that this Licky Licky could be bad for my Charizard, right? So let's just try to knock it out if we can. And I don't know if a Body Slam knocks me out, actually, from here. Even with that debuff, there's a chance I survive. So they might have to Shadow Ball. They do Shadow Ball. Nice. Okay. I'm really not that scared here of the Feraligatr, because while it is a water type, it's using Shadow Claw as its fast move, and I've chipped it down quite a bit. I have back-to-back discharges here as well, so I can still get a lot done, I think, this game. What comes in? Okay, well, we just invest in our Charizard and hope for the best now. They let me throw first? Interesting. I think that this Air Cutter puts him into farm down range, and then I'm hoping my Charizard just sweeps, but, I mean, we'll see. Yeah, because we only have to shield once here. And that's good. The real question, though, is now going to be, is this Gourgeist going to be able to get to the Shadow Ball that it needs? It is not. I think they were going to be 4 Incinerates away from the 2 Shadow Balls, so I would just get 2 Air Cutters. Let's go, Charizard. All right, next game. We'll see Stunfisk into Shadow Malamar. Okay. Fellow Malamar enjoyer. They likely have Fortress answers in the back. You know, it could be like steel types in the backline, which would be pretty nice for my Charizard. I'm going to go Discharge here, though, because I just want to be able to outpace them to 2 moves. I don't necessarily care about winning this matchup as much as I do just guaranteeing that I whittle this down enough that I can farm it down with my backline. And it looks like that's going to be the case here. They're at almost back-to-back moves, but because I went for Discharge, I can't outpace, just barely. And we'll see if they shield or catch or do something crazy here. They actually do catch. Is that a Licky Licky? Okay, someone must have made a video on Licky Lickies or something, because that is the only Pokemon I have seen today. They got a nice sneak through there, but I mean, honestly, that chip damage kind of puts them into superpower range from my Malamar, so I am fine with that. They're at 4, so that means they have a Shadow Ball, potentially. At least they didn't go to an Earthquake like the last guy. So they're dry. 1, 2, 3. And I should survive this, get back-to-back moves, and then I can threaten that Malamar with a Foul Play. But we'll see what they do. Body Slam. I'm going to go 1 and throw it to try to avoid taking that fast move pressure. And as I said, I have back-to-back moves ready to go now. So if they do shield this up, I should be able to go for the next one. What comes in? Oh, boy. They had a similar idea to me today with their Eufisk Malamar core. And that's really bad. Like, where is my Charizard supposed to go this game? It is just useless, unfortunately. That is beyond tragic. Maybe there's like a way I can dance around and try to get a catch off at some point this game, but this is looking really bad. Okay, they're at 5, so they have another Mud Bomb. Unfortunately, I think I am in Mud Bomb range, so I don't like that at all. But we'll see what we can do. We do get a shield. Okay. I mean, if we end up getting a shield here, there's actually a chance. I should have Mud Bombed, actually. Like, I don't know why I didn't. I get a shield. Hold on. Like, is there ever a chance that, like, I wing attack this down and I blast burn the Eufisk? That's what I need to do to win this game. I need to be able to wing attack this all the way down, and then I need to be able to one-shot the Eufisk. But I don't think they're in range where a blast burn knocks out. And they might even just get to 2 moves with this Malamar. Okay, they don't get to 2 moves at least, but I don't think I'm at a blast burn just yet. And I mean, Eufisk is bulky, right? Shadow Charizard, it's offensive, but like, yeah, they just have the move. Oh, I should have gone for a catch. I thought they might expect that. I thought that might be too obvious. I got 1 more fast move there. I'm gonna have to like look at that. How much damage does a blast burn do? There's a chance it could have come close to knocking out, honestly. If it's like 66%. It's only like 62%. I think they might have survived that, honestly. So it's probably for the best, you know, that we didn't get our hopes up there. But we tried for how bad that was, and we got a 3-2. I'm sure we could do better in the next set, though. All right, we got our next game. Stunfisk into Licky Licky. Well, that's a surprise. Very good to see this here, though. We don't want this anywhere near our Charizard. Those rollouts do so much damage. And if they're going to stay in, that kind of means they must be a little bit scared of either ground or electric type damage. It isn't great necessarily to lose out on my Eufisk this early, but it is still like a neutrally good matchup for Eufisk, so I'm fine with this. Mud Bomb is going to be about a 3-shot against them. They are at 6. Imagine they're on Earthquake. If they're on Earthquake, once again, I will be very confused. But they could be. Like, Tinkaton's a thing, right? Tinkaton would not want to see Earthquakes, so like, I guess I could kind of see it. They're at 5. So that means they have the Shadow Ball, and they're 2 away from a Body Slam. But I should be able to outpace you to the 3 Mud Bombs that I need. Yeah, look at that. That's more than enough to 2-shot. Honestly, I could probably go for a Discharge now. They are at back-to-back Body Slams, actually. If they wanted to go Body Slam here, they could. But they'd have to throw an alignment for the next one. They do Shadow Ball. We're going to Discharge, because I think Discharge should be enough damage from here. If it's not, a little bit of a misplay. But this gives me a little bit more pacing to my next move if I do knock him out. Okay, nice. I'm only 3 away from a Discharge, potentially. Okay, Shadow Quagsire is a little bit scary to see. But Togekiss comes in, which I also don't love to see. When am I going to get shields down this game? That's my question. I need shields down as quickly as possible, and I don't think they're going to shield anything from my Malamar. But maybe they do? I don't know. I need them to shield something this game at some point. They gotta shield something. They have to. Okay, they shield. Wait, do I just win now? I might just have a way to win, because they have to dump both moves here. It's a non-shadow Malamar, right? So one Aura Sphere is not enough to knock us out. I think they have to throw a second Aura Sphere. Yeah, okay, okay. And now I can bring in my Ufisk here, try to go for a farm down against them. Or do I bring in my Charizard? I'd probably bring in Charizard, actually. Okay. And I mean, now I just go straight Air Cutter. I don't see any reason not to at this point. Because I think Air Cutter plus Wing Attacks, over time, will just be enough damage to knock out. If it's not, then maybe it's a misplay. But no, that's a lot of damage. And I'm boosted. I guess that's another possibility here. We'll just shield this up. And at this point, they need 3 Aqua Tails, right? 2 to knock out my shields, and 1 to actually get rid of my Charizard. My Wing Attacks are doing so much damage here. I do wonder if I should ever consider throwing my next Air Cutter, though. I think I might. Because I don't have a perfect count here. And I think I can Thunder Shock this down. Looks like they weren't at the move right there, but, like, if... I don't think it matters, necessarily, if they do knock out my Charizard this game, as long as I get the final shield down, because then I Thunder Shock this down. Well, I guess they must not have had the move. But I'm so close to a discharge on my Stunfisk that it doesn't really matter, I think, either way. So yeah, they do get the move off now. I might have been able to snipe him down with just wing attack damage otherwise, but I think this was the consistent way of winning this. Because now I just discharged this, or I Thunder Shock down. Nice, that's even better, and we get the win. Alright, next game. We'll see Stunfisk into Altaria. Okay, I guess kind of where I want to see it, right? Charizard does not necessarily love this matchup, but I could see, like, Empoleon being in the back, and that's not great. At least not for my Charizard if I don't get a shield advantage. They're at 11 right now, so 3 away from a Flamethrower. Let's see what they do. Man, they are building up a lot of energy. Alright, well, they're at 8 right now if they go for a Flamethrower. I don't know why they'd do anything else, though. Alright. 13. So they have another Flamethrower now. I would love to be able to store this energy and swap out, but they're doing something that's really annoying called banking energy, where every time they have a move, it's like they end up just building past it. It's a smart play, but man, is it annoying. I'm going to save this energy, though, because I think at this point, they're in range where my backline can deal with them, and a discharge is not quite enough to knock them out from this range anyway. I might as well try to get an energy lead here if I can. Or, you know, just knock them out with a foul play. That way I don't take a Sky Attack, and I can make it so the pressure is on them to now decide what they want to bring in. I have a Mud Bomb. Well, do I have a Mud Bomb? I think I do. Yeah, I should have a Mud Bomb in the back. Whoa, okay, Fortress. Shadow Fortress, luckily on Volt Switch. Okay, that could have been really bad. I needed to bait this out. Imagine if this was a Bug Bite Fortress. We would have just deleted our Malamar almost instantly. Luckily, though, it's not. And we do have our Stunfisk still around. And Stunfisk being around should give us the leeway that we need to be able to still have a chance to win this game. A Sand Tomb, that's crazy. I'm going to go for a CMP here. They actually go for the CMP too. Well, that's huge. Now I have a Charizard, a Mud Bomb, and a Malamar Sack swap that I can potentially use to win this game. Okay, I think I'm fine. Yeah, I should be very fine here. Because if they no-shield an Air Cutter, I just go for a farm down. If they shield it, then I go for my second one, I go for a discharge down the line, and I should just win. Shadow Gator is, I think, maybe a little bit scarier just with the fact it might be able to Shadow Claw me down or something. I don't know if that's actually possible, though. But either way, I get 2 Air Cutters off first, and then I just save my shield for my discharge. Or I get a boost, because why wouldn't I guess? Yeah, nice. Let's go. Alright, next opponent. We will see. Stunfisk into Fearow. Okay, well, it does have access to Drill Run, but pretty good lead inherently, so we'll see if they swap out, which I imagine they will at some point. They're staying in, which is crazy to me. They caught on 6? They caught on 6! Alright, dude. Into a Marowak, it looks like. That's kind of annoying that they caught there, but, I mean, it's fine. We have Charizard. I can't believe they just caught on 6. Luckily, they didn't get a sneak through, so I do get to land my move first. It could be a Blast Burn, maybe we get a shield, maybe, though, they're crazy, and they call it. Nice, we get a shield. And I get a boost, because Air Cutter is a very good move. Okay, so they're at 6 right now, 1 away from another Bone Club, but 2 away from a Rock Slide. I'm going to shield this up every day of the week, because I don't want to be in a spot where I get one shot. And we'll go for a CMP here. Honestly, at this point, if they do end up letting this go, I can probably get another air cutter and force a shield out of the Furo. And if they shield it, which they do, what do I want to do here? I'll let this go. It might be a Bone Club. Oh, it is a Rock Slide, but that's fine. Because now my Malamar comes in, and I can just go for a Foul Play, outpace them, and it's not like I need Switch here necessarily. Okay, they switch out back into Furo, but I survived this move. They might have Drill Ran just in case I went for a catch. No, they did Drill Peck. Interesting, interesting. I don't love a lot of what's happening right now, honestly. Oh, no! They actually built up to the Drill Run! Oh my goodness, I can't believe they just did that! That is so annoying. But they drill... Well, I'm so bad at this game. Maybe they didn't build up to the Drill Run. Am I just the worst player in the game? I might just be. If I would have no-shielded that, we might have still had a chance at winning this game. But I could have sworn they were at the next move. Oh wait, a Mud Bomb might just knock this out. Mud Bomb might be enough, and if that's the case, and if Ufisk or Malamar still have some play in the backline, we might still be fine. Mud Bomb knocks out. Okay, what's the final Pokemon? That's... Wait, I think we might actually be fine here. That's like the one thing that both my Pokemon have a lot of play into. I tried my best to throw this game, and the game's trying its best to throw it right back. But maybe if I'm in Surf range, they could double Surf, like one for my Malamar, one for my Ufisk. But I don't know if Surf quite knocks us out from here. It's gonna be close, but I think they survive. Like, it's Surf, right? It's from a Jellicent. It doesn't do that much damage. Surely. No, that's an easy live. Now we have the Discharge ready to go. And, I mean, we can probably just swap in our Malamar if we need some fast move pressure, because I bet Sidewaves do more than Thunder Shocks. No, that just knocks out. You know, we'll say that was maybe the most consistent win of my life. I feel very proud of that game. Okay, next opponent. We'll see Stunfisk up against Guzzlord. That's a bit of a core breaker, I'd say. Maybe more than just a core. It kind of is good against my whole team here. With that said, Ufisk does have some neutral damage I can go for, and I can chip this down, maybe try to get some shields down so my Charizard has more play in the back. But I will be honest, one of the more awkward leads I could see. They're at 5, so they have a Brutal Swing. They're almost at back-to-back after the next fast move here. But, like, look, we've chipped them down to, like, I don't know, 60% HP. That's pretty cool. They're at 6, so they do have back-to-back Brutal Swings, and that is what they throw. But we force all of their energy out of them if they want to knock us out before I get my next Mud Bomb off. And at that point, you know, maybe Guzzlord doesn't do all that much against us. I mean, they're in the red. This isn't, like, one-sided. They will be able to outpace us, though, right? So that's what we have to keep in mind. They'll go for that next Brutal Swing here. But then I think I'm in a decent spot. Yeah, they throw energy. And now, I don't know if this is, like, Psywave downrange. That might be ambitious. But I think I will bring in Malamar, at least for a second here. Because Malamar should be able to at least absorb one of the charge attacks from this thing. And maybe even just that Psywave damage has put them into Wing Attack downrange. And that would be nice if that's the case. Brutal Swing hurts, but we can switch. Well, that sucks. Alright. Hopefully no Licky Lickies, Lanterns, Ufisks, anything like that, right? We sweep this game. All with our little Charizard in the back. I am very worried about seeing a Shadow Bug Bite Fortress on the lead, though. Because, like we've seen, we don't get to 3 moves here if I no-shield the first move from them. Which I don't love, necessarily. They're at 15 Bug Bites, so they have a Sand Tomb ready to go right about now. And we'll see when they throw it. They do throw about as quickly as they can. That's a smart play. Honestly, I'm going to shield once here. I think I kind of have to. I really don't like doing it, but the problem is if I don't, like, I just give this Fortress way too much energy. And I can't do that. I need this thing to be out of here. I need this either knocked out or whittled down and without, like, 2 shields. You get a shield there, but they have to Sand Tomb us. Okay, this is fine. Now I should be able to go for a Wing Attack down here. They might get antsy and swap out. I honestly want to get the farm down. But if they do give us the farm down, likely that could mean there's a Carbink in the back. Oh, interesting. That's not what I thought it would be, but it is still pretty good into us. I wonder if it's like similar to the team that I ran yesterday. A boost would be huge. No boost, though. It is almost certainly the team I ran yesterday, I bet. And if that's the case, like, we just lose, right? We just lose if it's Altari in the back. Okay, well, GG's. There's no winning this game. I just get bug bitten down. Why do people swap? Why don't they let me knock out the freaking Fortress, man? Oh, Fortress is such a nightmare. Oh, they let that go. Oh, it's not the team I ran yesterday. It's like literally just worse in every conceivable way. I think I fought him playing that team yesterday, actually. Next game. We'll see Stunfisk into Gourgeist. Not a great lead, but we do have two Pokemon in the backline that can handle it. We'll try our best to not just get completely swept by this. They're staying in. Wow, okay. I guess they're going to Seed Bomb, Chip, and Dip us to try to make it so maybe they can make something happen in the back. Maybe they don't have a hard counter to Malamar. They need to chip me down a little bit, but if I can get his shield here, which it looks like I will, then we should be able to just hopefully sweep with our Charizard. I am pretty sure, however, that this team has a Licky Licky on it. I think that that was a team that I saw like a few rotations ago. And I need to make sure that I get the final shield if that's the case. 5. I mean, we'll see what happens. I hope I get his shield here, but honestly, a debuffed superpower might not be enough damage to knock him out. Oh, I get the shield. That's huge. They give me the next move as well? That's crazy. Was not expecting that. I mean, this is going to put them down quite low. Oh, that probably would have knocked him out then if they didn't shield. That's good to know. 7. I mean, I just invest in Charizard at this point. It's my win con. They're at 9, so they can get a Psychic Fangs plus an Aura Wheel off against us, but they're never going to get 2 Aura Wheels. Not that that really matters against a Ufisk. Ow. But we should be in a at least somewhat playable spot here. It really depends on just how much damage I can do to a Licky Licky with a Charizard. Yeah, okay. So we survived that, which is pretty nice. It means Ufisk is still part of this game. But they bring in their Licky Licky here, so they don't even give me the energy lead that I would have really loved. 6. Uh-oh. Man, these rollouts do infinitely too much damage. I'm just going to put that out there. They're at 6 right now. Oh, wait, I just knock them out? Can I get to another Blast Burn here? I need to go for it. I don't think an Air Cutter is enough. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. You know, for once in my life, I remembered a team. And Licky Licky, sure, it's annoying in the backline, but that's why Shadow Charizard is not unplayable. You just one-shot things, as long as it's not a Lantern. Well, hopefully no more Lanterns. Ufisk into Ludicolo. Okay, I guess I switch here. I don't necessarily hate this matchup as the Ufisk, but it's also not amazing, so I think swapping out and trying to bait something out is not a terrible play. Although what we bait out is a Tinkaton, which isn't exactly what I was trying to bait out. They're actually already so weak, it looks like to Charizard. It's kind of scary, actually. We're at a Gigaton Hammer now. Oh, but we get a shield? Okay. Thank you, I guess. I don't know why they would shield that. I mean, I know it does the most damage, but I think from the non-Shadow Malamar, they would survive the 2 superpowers, so they must really want Switch. I guess their final Pokemon's probably weak to ground as well. And they likely still have to Gigaton Hammer us. I'll let this go. I don't think I can flip this, especially at -2 attack and defense. Well, they bulldoze for some reason. So, like, now this thing takes another superpower, which really doesn't matter, but it is kind of funny, I guess. So they're at 8 right now. But, like, they have to bulldoze into my Ufisk, so that's not going to do much. They're at 9. 4 here now. And, I mean, they'll get 2 bulldozes, I guess, but that's about it. 5, 6, 7. I mean, I guess they could also Gigaton Hammer, but honestly, I would be so fine if they did that. I'd be kind of surprised, though. They did. Wait, so now I just switch to my Charizard and I get an energy lead here? Well, that's not great, necessarily. If I get a bait off, though, maybe there's a chance. Why is there a Licky Licky? Man, this is like a perfect hard counter team. They let it go. No! A Blast Burn probably just one-shots from there. I cannot believe they just let that through. Man, okay. I guess, you know, Charizard has counters. There are things that can beat it. I guess the Licky Lickies and the Lanterns of the world. That is a nightmare team comp for me. Ah, man. That was almost a 5-0. Not really. Not in any sense of the word, but like it could have been if I didn't fight those last two teams. We did so well at the start of that game, as the start of that set at least. Dang it. Shadow Charizard is such a roller coaster sometimes in these games. Either it can sweep a team, or it can see a Carbink or a Lantern and be completely useless. It can be a lot of fun though, and I think if you want to give it a go, it's not a bad Pokemon to use right now in the current meta. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next one.